Hey, Yuvia. This is our bathroom. Leads to our closet, Josh's ties. So right here this is the extension cord for my computer and light. And then this one goes to my printer because it's on the other side. So they just go in there and slip under the door. So here I've got my printer on this side. Wow, so close you can't see. So I can like print out stuff the morning of or the night before when I'm preparing. And then on the other side, sorry, like stuffy throat. The other side is my classroom. So I still have my lights on from this morning, but this little map I've had for a while, it's just like a, goodness, a little cute background and some little decorations. It says Ni Hao, has my name so I can reference it when I'm like greeting a student. I say, hello, my name is Teacher Emma, and I like point to the sign, Teacher Emma, and then I get them to repeat it. I say, hello, Teacher Emma, like get them to say that to me. And then I say, what is your name? And when they tell me their name, I say, oh, nice to meet you. And then I say, can you spell your name? My name is E-M-M-A. How do you spell your name? And I get them to spell it like E-M-I-L-Y. And then I write it. And so whenever I'm teaching, this is what the kiddos will see. So they'll see me like sitting here and smiling. They'll see their name. They'll see my name so they can remember. And then they'll see the little lights and the map. So then on my side, it's kind of more chaotic because I have all of my supplies and everything. So I have this crate here, which you can get one of these at like Hobby Lobby or whatever, or just turn a box or storage box sideways. So I can stuff, like I have markers down in here, pens. I was teaching on different animals this morning, so I have like different animals that I was showing them. And I was also teaching like prepositions, like to and from. So I have this like little letter from the Target dollar section. There's usually like a song or a poem. So I have this microphone to like kind of prompt them to speak or say things. I always keep a picture of our family, even though this is an old picture, to like reference if we're talking about family members. I'll talk about my family members and get them to tell me like who's in their family. Obviously, I've got snacks here, super healthy, super delicious. I always have a water. And this crate, like being elevated, helps get the camera, which is right here, directly on my face. So I'm not looking down or looking up at my camera. So that's a big point of like setting up your classroom, is making sure you have the right angle so that your face is well lighted and it's like right in the center of the video. Then this is like a little phrase I use when I'm writing my feedback. Like after a class, I say something like, maybe there was a fun phrase from our class, and then there's just like a little like example that I run through to make my feedback interesting, try and get the parents to respond and give me a rating. That's like down the road. We can talk more about what that is. And then these are a bunch of magnets, so I'll stick them on here on my little magnet board, because this is magnetic dry erase, which you will definitely want to have one of those. But you can just get like a plain dry erase board from like the dollar store for $1 if you just need one quick. But this was probably like $12, and I use it every day for a year, so it's really worth it. So I'll use these if I'm teaching shapes. I'll use the shapes. If I'm teaching, I don't know, some other different shapes, I'll give examples like a ball is a circle. Or I'll use them as a reward system. So within the VIP Kid platform, you can always award stars. So typically with my like baby students that are like 10 or less, I'll just give them a physical star at the same time that I'm giving them a star in the system. Or I'll give them a choice. Like if my student is a little bit older, I'll say, do you want stars or shapes today? And I'll let them pick, and they'll be like, I want shapes. So we'll do shapes, or we'll do like numbers. If the student is like really on a low level and they're just learning their numbers, then we'll do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all mixed up because I use them all the time. Some other things that I have that have been really useful, and I've acquired these over time. You don't need these for your demo, but this is from the Target dollar section because you teach time a lot. So I can easily give examples by moving it around, teach about the minute and hour hand. This is from the Target dollar section also. I modified it. I like cut it and super glued it on here because you will teach the days of the week a lot. And then I have numbers to teach, like, you teach sentence structures a lot too. Like Sunday is the first day of the week. Which day is Sunday? Sunday is the first day of the week. So you teach a lot of like responsive sentence patterns. And having examples is necessary because you're teaching through the internet. You know, you need to have something physical to show them to help relate the word to what it means. Because you're not just teaching, you know, a student who's right there and knows the language. You're teaching them the language. So this is my box of everything ever. And I just keep it all here locked away from my kids so I can get it whenever I need it. Sometimes you teach like jobs people do. So they'll be like a janitor, or they'll be like a carpenter or a mechanic, or they'll teach about working jobs to earn money. So I have some money that I picked up at the dollar section. What else do I have? Oh, this was like a rag for teaching about like janitors that do cleaning. Sometimes I've taught about like the rainforest. So I have like rainforest animals here, and these go on my felt board. So I have either magnets on the magnet board or I have a felt board. And I have a bunch of little like play food because I've taught on fruit a lot. I've taught on eggs and milk and cheese and like basic food group things, just like a piece of corn. And like this is going to be super easy for you because you have kids. So you have toys, which means you have like lots of great stuff for examples. I have a little girl when I teach about like he and she verbs. You know, like we say, I run, but she runs. So I'll use like she and he to help teach that. I have a huge box of, these are like little flashcards. And I have a bunch of animals. So if I'm teaching specific animals, I'll pull them out so that when they see it on the screen, I can also like hold it up and they can see extra examples. Or, you know, lower level students are literally just learning like letters for the first time. So I have letters with examples. I have a globe if I'm teaching where things are, or if I just want to make things fun, I'll be like, I live in Texas in America and you live in China. So it's all about being fun. It's about being expressive. It's about slowing down your language so that the students can catch the things that you're saying and catch the idea. And you'll hear this word realia used. And so that means like real examples of the word. So this is like an example of realia. If I'm teaching about a trunk or that an elephant walks, like the verb walks, then I'll like use something physical to give an example for that. So, I mean, you're a mom, you're probably goofy with your kids, and so it feels a little bit different. It's kind of a learning curve to like take on this persona of being this like interactive, goofy teacher that's like expressive, but like once you get into it, it's kind of like you're just playing and hanging out with your own kid because these are children, you know, I rarely have a student over 12. So it's really fun. It's super fun. I'm glad you're applying, and please tell me any questions you have. Send me pictures of your setup if you want, and I can sort of advise you. Take like a screenshot in your classroom, like on your computer, like what the student can see of you, so I can like tell you, hey, you might want to move your light or whatever. And I don't know, have fun. It'll be great seeing how it goes along. So good luck.